research report on the Adani Enterprises. I want to very quickly move to that. Adani Enterprises yesterday said that it had cancelled its follow-on public offer, or the FPO, and that it will be returning money to its investors. On a day that markets actually welcomed the budget with a sharp rally early on, Adani Group companies were again in virtual free fall, with its flagship Adani Enterprises Limited plunging 28.4%. The group announced late yesterday that it had decided to call off its 20,000 crore follow-on public offer. Now, Gautam Adani, who is the chairman of Adani Enterprises, said that the decision was taken amid the fluctuations that the group stock saw during the day's trading. Listen in to his first statement, then we'll connect once again with my colleague for more context.
After a fully subscribed FPO, yesterday's decision of his withdrawal would have surprised many. But considering the volatility of the market seen yesterday, our board strongly felt that it would not have been morally correct to proceed with the FPO. It is important for me to confess that whatever little I have achieved in life is due to the faith and trust reposed by them. I owe all my success to them. For me, the interest of my investor is paramount and everything is secondary. Hence, to insulate the investors from potential losses, we have withdrawn the FPO. This decision will not have any impact on our existing operations as well as our future plans.
Adani Ports and Adani Enterprises, both of them are a part of Nifty, are down around 4 to 10% as we speak. Remember, overnight we got the big news that Adani Enterprises has withdrawn their follow-on public offer of around 20,000 crore rupees, and that is something that has rattled some feathers as well. These stocks, they have fallen around 50% from their 52-week highs already, and there has been a carnage in these stocks across the group, be it Adani Enterprises, be it Adani Ports, which are the Nifty stocks. In the broader markets as well, we have Adani Green Energy, Adani Total Gas. All of them have been seeing limit down levels in last couple of trading sessions. They have lost around 7.9 to 8 lakh crore rupees in terms of market capitalization in last 1 week itself.
My colleague Pallavi Ghosh remains with us. Pallavi, I just want to ask you, stepping away for a second from the proceedings we might see in the Parliament, could you tell us more about how opposition leaders have been responding to these charges in the last few days, particularly Mahua Moitra, who's pretty much led the charge for the TMC on Twitter?
Well, as she claims that she had flagged off this issue months back. See, the moment the Hindenburg report came out, the opposition, particularly the Congress party, lapped onto it by saying this is exactly what we were talking about. And this group of industries couldn't have risen so high if they had not got a nudge or help really from the central government. So even today in Parliament, if we are going to be seeing these scenes coming up, it's largely going to be not so much on Adani per se, but using this entire report and the FPO being cancelled by the Adani chairperson late last evening to hit back at the central government and more specifically at the Prime Minister. Before I go ahead, very quickly, the word coming in from the opposition meeting, which is just about ended now, has been that there has been a consensus that there will be a topmost priority being given to put pressure on the government to allow for a debate and discussion on the Hindenburg report. So the Hindenburg report, as we see, has become now the latest battleground between the government and the opposition on the other hand, to put a prick into the government's claim that this is a transparent government and no corporate sector gets any undue benefit.
Okay, Pallavi, just stay with us, please. More breaking news coming in regarding the Parliament right now. I believe the DMK from Tamil Nadu, their MP, Tiruchi Siva, has moved a motion to discuss the Adani issue in Parliament. Pallavi, you were telling us a little while earlier about the Parliament action we can expect today. Now this announcement coming in, the DMK has moved a motion. They're not the first to do so though, right?
Yeah, Congress party already has given Manikam Tagore, Priyanka Chaturvedi, the Aam Aadmi Party, Sanjay Singh, the DMK, and as I said, there's opposition meeting which has been called by the Congress party sees that rare unity where even the AAP turned up, where the AAP normally stays away. And the word coming out of the meeting is that they have all decided that we are going to be putting pressure on the speaker and the chairperson to have a debate and discussion on this.
Okay. All right, Pallavi, stay with us. Let's go over now to my colleague Shireen, who was bringing us these details. Shireen, you also brought us details earlier of similar motions passed just a few minutes ago. Tell us more. All right. Let's go back to my colleague Pallavi. Pallavi remains with us. As we've just said, Shireen had brought us similar details as the ones Pallavi just did, that other motions exactly like this have been passed over the last few hours. Pallavi, could I just ask you, because the budget came out yesterday and we did see a collection of opposition responses coming in to the budget, with some members in the opposition saying that it wasn't a budget pro-farmers, others saying that it was an election budget very clearly. How large an issue do we expect that to be vis-a-vis this one today?
So I think what's going to happen really, Toya, is that both the issues are going to be linked. Remember yesterday when the reactions were coming in on the general budget, the opposition parties said that there's nothing for the common man. The rich are going to get richer and only few people are going to be benefiting. That's exactly what the argument which is going to be there, where we are going to see the House reconvene at 11 a.m. and there is going to be hangama because opposition parties are going to say that the budget has completely ignored the common man and their concerns, and instead what is happening is a particular section of the corporate sector, and over here specific names of the Adanis will be taken by the opposition party to make the point that the budget and the government policies have always benefited one particular sector. And this is exactly what is going to be the line of thought, even as word coming out of the meeting is that opposition is united in putting pressure on the government to agree to a debate and discussion on the Hindenburg report.
Okay, all right. Pallavi, thank you for bringing us context on that entire story. We are going to move on very quickly now to developments coming in, I believe, from